Hello everyone, this dictation is from GDBist, volume number 4. Speed will be 100 words per minute. Be ready. 5 seconds. Start.
Sir, this is a very small amendment bill and this is no question of opposing it. But taking advantage of this amendment bill, I would like to dwell on some salient points on the condition of cine workers. In our country, the film industry seems to be a very glittering industry outwardly, but inwardly it is not so because the cine workers who are involved in it, whether in the production stage or distribution stage or exhibition stage, suffer from many handicaps and their service conditions are miserable. Of course, the limitation of this bill is quite understandable and it is only about cine workers welfare fund, but in our country there are about 12,000 cinema houses and every year a few hundred feature films are produced. About 25 lakh of people are engaged in this industry in various forms, whether as technicians or musicians or directors or workers or in the distribution or exhibition system. A huge number of people is involved in film industry. I feel this bill relates to cine workers who are related to production stage, but I don't know what is in the minister's mind about cine workers, whether they are in the distribution side or exhibition side. I think more than 60% are in the distribution and exhibition side. Their condition is more miserable than those who are in the production side. First of all, this bill says that the ceiling will be raised from rupees 1000 to rupees 1600 to bring them on par with the other workers in other mines, etc. But I would say that rupees 1600 is not a sufficient amount. As you know, the prices are rising. Salaries in the cases of workers in other industries are being raised under pressure of the labor movement, under pressure of trade unions. But what is the position of the labor laws? Of course, the Honorable Minister is in charge of information and broadcasting. My suggestion is that it should be raised to rupees 2500 per month. In regard to the advisory committee, the amendment is such number of members as may be appointed. The number is 11 now, but I feel that this should be not be kept too flexible. When you say that we are interested in the welfare of cine workers, if we want that fruitful discussion should take place, my suggestion is that instead of keeping it so flexible, a minimum number should be fixed. It can be increased if required. That way, it can be flexible. But at the same time, I would suggest that as far as the government nominees are concerned, it should not be more than the existing number. Another point is that it is not known how much amount has been collected in the Cine Workers Welfare Fund so far. We also do not know how much has been distributed among the Cine workers. It has been reported that only a meager amount is collected. Sir, I fully agree with the feelings and sentiments expressed by the honorable members that more is required to be done so far as senior workers are concerned. I have not stated in my speech nor that is the purpose or the object of that this is what is possible or everything has been given by this amendment. Sir, the step which has been proposed and which appears from the statement of objects and regions is to bring the senior workers at par with others similarly situated on equal footing. There are four acts under which this welfare fund is in operation. So it was thought by the government first to bring the senior workers at par with them when their welfare fund is being exercised within certain parameters, and the same would be brought so far as senior workers are concerned, and that is why these amendments are being made to bring it at par with them. The honorable members suggested that it should not be rupees 1600 but it should be more. But at present, under those other acts, it is remaining at rupees 1600, but senior workers has remained at rupees 1000. So we wanted to bring them on equal footing with others, and so far as the question of its raising further is concerned, those are the exercises which are required to be made later on. Firstly, we wanted to bring this social legislation, the beneficial legislation, as quickly as possible to the benefit of cine workers. Sir, so far as what has been given up till now is concerned, immediately this was transferred from the Information and Broadcasting Ministry to the Labour Department in April 1986. This discussion took place as to how the benefit is to be given. It was identified that under other welfare funds there are 11 hospitals and 213 dispensaries which have been directed to give the same benefit which were being given by the other welfare fund covering other workers to the senior workers. So immediately the workers who are nearby to these hospitals and dispensaries in the country will get the benefit. An honorable member said that there are minors working and it should be checked. So far as that is concerned, there are other acts which come into operation for the protection to the minors. So far as theatres are concerned, there is a special act. As you know, it is the Cinema Theatre Employees Regulation of Employment Act that will govern the position. Guidelines will certainly be framed as soon as the bill comes through. There will be checks, balances, and guidelines for the rule making power. The government will not have unbridled power. but it will have powers which are controlled by various checks and balances. So far as the expenditure is concerned, I find that rupees 1 lakh has been given as scholarship for the people who are children of the workers here. The Labor Department is taking action.